Okay, my friend. So I went to check out the South Simcoe Railway, which is a heritage steam railway in a place called Tottenham, Ontario, which is just north of Toronto, maybe like an hour drive, maybe a little bit under an hour's drive from Toronto. And let me tell you, what a wonderful thing to do to take this scenic train. I mean, the views were just stunning. You pass through I think the Beaton Creek Valley. And let me tell you about this valley. It's like witnessing a painting from one of the masters. It's like witnessing a Van Gogh painting that moves and never ends. It's just moving right by your window, and it never ends for about 50 minutes, 50. And it's really great. I mean, the wagon, is from the 1920s. The coaches, I mean, are from the 1920s. So you're obviously not gonna have the same comfort and the same smell that you get on the GO train or on the Canada Railway train or the Amtrak train, because these are pretty old coaches. And let me tell you this, they smell, and you know what they smell like? They brought me memories of when I was a child roaming around my grandmother's medicine cabinet. That's how much they smell. But it's not so offensive, the smell, because the windows are open, and you get used to it in the first minute, and then you forget about it. But the shaking of the train, especially at first, because the wagons are very rustic, and so the shaking of the train and the rustic appearance remind you a little bit of Dr. Zhivago. I thought I was like Dr. Zhivago heading to Siberia or heading to the Urals, heading to Yuryatin, or his cottage there in the Russian countryside. Of course, there's no snow. This is a activity. This train goes out in the summer, but this is a museum on wheels. This thing is a museum that moves, and you will get that experience. And it's also a beautiful experience from the Canadian point of view, because you will get to see very idiosyncratic Canadian landscapes. You will see the farmsteads, you will see the silos, you're going to see all this corn, you're going to see cemeteries, you're going to see whatever it is that they plant out there. You even see some cattle out there, you might see some deer. It's really, really idiosyncratic of Canada, and it's very, very, very enjoyable. You get to see some creeks, you get to see some ponds as well, and all the traffic has to stop so that you get through, and you get to see that a few times. And also, you have to know that the train doesn't always come out with the steam engine, with the 1880s 1883 steam engine. I think they do that only about 4 or 5 days during the summer. I imagine that's because of environmental concerns, because of all the smoke. Maybe the steam engine is a little bit old. They don't bring it out that much. It takes a lot of maintenance, but they do bring it out. The wagons do come out with a diesel engine. I believe it's a diesel engine. So you get to see the same. You get to feel the same experience. You can go. I think it's like 5 days every week from the May long weekend through the weekend after Thanksgiving. And the amazing thing about this trip is that the train is raised on this mound for the rails, so that you see kind of like a bird eye view of the farms, and the seat of the train is also raised. Right, the train is kind of like it's like a high seating area, so you get to see almost like a crow that's flying over people's farms, which is something you don't get to see if you're driving around. Maybe you'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go drive around." In my car, and I'm gonna see some farms. I'm just gonna drive out in the boonies, out in the countryside. It's not gonna be the same. The train gives you a really, really spectacular view. It's 50 minutes, but the train is going very slow, like maybe 30 kilometers per hour or so. So it's not a very, very fast train, which makes it enjoyable, very enjoyable. And like they say that the last wagon, you can reserve it for special events like parties, birthdays, anniversaries, Halloween parties, whatever you want, and for the duration of that trip. Everything is run by volunteers, and they also give you a very, very good history of what's going on, and a very, very funny history as the train is moving. So I really recommend this. They have some very, very, very exciting sites here, and you could film a movie here, not only on the train but on the station as well. And all the people that work there are dressed in period costumes. So that's really fun, and actually they have filmed some movies and some TV series there, and it's located in Tottenham, Ontario. So I really advise you guys to come and check it out.